From the world's oldest civilizations to the most advanced societies of modern times, humanity has always sought to uncover the unknown and unravel the mysteries of the universe. Stars, planets, nature, and time. Everything had an order, a rhythm, and this rhythm was one of the fundamental elements shaping humanity's search for meaning. When we examine this rhythm, we begin to notice certain recurring patterns, whether relevant or not. Just like the number 7, which has been regarded as highly significant for thousands of years. But why? Why do some numbers hold more significance than others? Why does the number 7 play such a crucial role in so many cultures and belief systems? So, we embark on a journey to uncover the mystery behind the number 7. This journey will take us from the modern era to the unknown secrets of ancient civilizations. Welcome to the search for truth. Let's dive in. David Beckham, Eric Cantona, Cristiano Ronaldo, Kevin Durant, and many other legendary figures in the sports world have one thing in common: their obsession with wearing the number 7 jersey. There are claims that this fascination is actually rooted in a very intriguing superstition. This belief is known as Lucky 7. Nearly millions of people believe that the number 7 is sacred, divine, or lucky. Whether we realize it or not, this symbol is everywhere. Take a look at casino advertisements. You often see slot machines displaying 777, signaling the grand prize. Many global brands and pop culture products place special emphasis on the number 7. Some examples include the popular convenience store chain 7-Eleven, one of the most famous beverages, 7-Up, the best-selling airplane model Boeing 747, the charismatic and mysterious spy 007 James Bond. The mystical 7 charisma of the number 7 continues to captivate us, evoking feelings of mystery and positivity. And the reason for this might be found in thousands of years of human history or even in the skies. Thousands of years ago, as civilization began to rise again after the Great Flood, people from different parts of the world, despite having no means of communication, found themselves gazing at the same thing, the night sky. As our ancestors observed the heavens, they identified 7 celestial bodies in constant motion: the sun, the moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. Since Uranus and Neptune are not visible to the naked eye, ancient civilizations recognized only these 7. These early observations led people to attribute sacred significance to these celestial bodies, associating them with their gods. Here, an important detail must be highlighted. Throughout history, one of the most fundamental beliefs shared by civilizations separated by thousands of kilometers was the idea that gods descended from the heavens. When we say gods, we are not referring to the creator, but rather to celestial beings. At this point, we must address the frequently mentioned 7 great sages found in ancient texts. These sages are said to have taught humanity the foundations of science, agriculture, and civilization after the Great Flood. Over time, they were deified, becoming an integral part of various cultures and gaining immense significance. The number 7 had been embedded in our subconscious as saviors and wise beings. These entities, who came from the heavens and returned there, solidified the concept of the sky as the dwelling place of the gods for humanity. This is why, throughout history, stars and moving planets have always been associated with gods and heroes. The knowledge buried in our subconscious is far more significant than we realize. We accept many things without questioning them. For instance, we acknowledge that there are 7 days in a week, but we rarely question its origins. However, these 7 days are entirely connected to gods and planets. Sunday, the sun; Monday, the moon; Tuesday, the Germanic war god Tyr, Roman counterpart Mars; Wednesday, the Germanic god Odin, Roman counterpart Mercury; Thursday, the Norse god Thor, Roman counterpart Jupiter; Friday, the Norse goddess of beauty Frigg, Roman counterpart Venus; Saturday, the planet Saturn. As you can see, the 7 days correspond to the 7 celestial bodies moving in the sacred heavens. This is just a small example of the symbolism of 7 in ancient times. According to Sumerian belief, all of creation occurred in 7 stages. 1. Primordial waters and chaos. 2. The the separation of the sky and the earth 3, the establishment of cosmic order 4, the birth of the gods 5, the formation of the earth 6, the creation of plants, water, and living beings 7, the creation of humanity. The Sumerians, Assyrians, and Babylonians designed their ziggurat temples with 7 levels. This 7-tiered structure was based on the belief in 7 heavens and 7 underworlds. 7 heavens, the sun, the moon, and 5 planets. 7 underworlds, the afterlife's 7 levels of descent. This belief was later reflected in Abrahamic religions. The Quran mentions the concept of 7 heavens. It also describes hell as having 7 gates. In Judaism, the 7-branched menorah symbolizes the creation of the universe and the 7 paths of wisdom. In Christianity, God created the world in 6 days and rested on the 7th. In Hinduism, the 7 chakras represent energy centers in the human body. As you can see, the number 7 has become a universal symbol. We have seen the significance of the number 7 throughout history, in religions, and in beliefs. So why is the number 7 still so important today? If you wonder why we still cling to these superstitions, when viewed scientifically, they don't seem so irrational after all. In fact, it almost seems as if the number 7 is fundamentally connected to the structure of the universe. In the mid-17th century, Isaac Newton secluded himself in his family home in Woolsthorpe, England, conducting experiments on the fundamental principles of nature. One of the concepts that intrigued Newton the most was light. What was light made of? The force that illuminates our planet and sustains life. What layers did it contain? Seeking answers to these questions, Newton set up an experiment in which he used a prism to refract sunlight through his window. He discovered that white light actually contained 7 distinct colors: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. The same colors that mystics used thousands of years ago to symbolize chakras in the human body. A coincidence? I suppose by now, you've stopped believing in coincidences. Newton's experiments helped expand our understanding of light wavelengths and their properties. However, Newton's experiment was not the only instance where the number 7 appears in science. Whether by chance or something more extraordinary, here are other occurrences where the number 7 continues to appear in science. Nobel Prize-winning physicists like Klaus von Klitzing, David Toyles, and Duncan Haldane discovered in quantum physics experiments that electrons have 7 fundamental energy levels. The pH scale, which measures acidity and alkalinity in liquids, ranges from 0 to 14 and is neutral precisely at 7. Approximately 70% of the Earth's surface is covered in water. Similarly, around 70% of the universe is composed of dark energy. In crystallography, crystals are classified into 7 fundamental systems. In modern physics, there are 7 fundamental units of measurement, including length, meter, mass, kilogram, and time, second. String theory proposes that the universe actually has 11 dimensions. However, we currently experience 3 spatial and 1 temporal dimension. The remaining 7 dimensions are still awaiting discovery. In 1956, psychologist George Miller discovered that the human brain can hold an average of 7 pieces of information in short-term memory at once. Paul Ekman proposed that humans have 7 basic emotions: happiness, sadness, anger, fear, surprise, disgust, and contempt. The human immune system typically responds to infections within 7 days, and the healing process often takes about 1 week. The saying, if you take medicine, you'll recover in 7 days. If you don't, you'll recover in a week, originates from this phenomenon. With scientific evidence repeatedly pointing to the significance of 7 in the universe, perhaps the ancient human intuition about this number was not mere coincidence. Could all of this suggest a deeper connection, stretching from the 7 celestial bodies of ancient times to the 7-layered universe in Sumerian and Hindu mythology, all the way to modern science and religion? This question will likely continue to be debated by scientists and thinkers for years to come. What do you think? Is the number 7 truly universal, or is it merely a construct of human perception? Share your thoughts with me in the comments. Also, don't forget to subscribe and like to support more videos. I must say, I put a lot of effort into these videos. Until next week, keep exploring!